Hey guys, what's up? As you saw right there, we kind of in a losing streak. We're I believe we're 3-10. So I'm thinking might be even more than that.
Do it now, I told you.
The crowd has assembled.
Oh, never mind. 3-12.
Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here.
It's going to be a tough matchup.
Sports. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Copeland?
Well, sometimes, guys, you can forget he's out there, and all of a sudden
I've seen this team in the playoffs against the Heat.
Take over the game.
And this
When
team
you watch him, Steve, you can see how quickly he looks to take his shot.
is
when he's on
amazing.
the receiving end of a pass, and how successful he is when he does take the shot. This guy is
especially now for the players that they picked up already. Chris Copeland, Luis
The questions
Scola.
are circulating about them right now, starting the season 0-5. Very rough go.
That's some solid big man who can
Before the
shoot.
season, we heard them talking about how they were going to prove people wrong because most of the predictions
Ain't a good
preseason
shot.
weren't very kind to them. But that hasn't been
I was
the
forced to
case
shoot
so
that
far.
one. I didn't even want to shoot it.
Really struggled out of the gates.
And you know, Steve, say what you will about their talent and whether it's up to par with the rest of the league, but what I've noticed is the basic attitude, determination, and resolve has served him well as he's worked himself.
Yeah, this
into
team
an
gave the
outstanding
Heat
head
so
coach in
many
the NBA.
problems.
He feeds it to Martin. Pass to McKnight. Takes the three. And it goes. That's good. And while we're thinking about him, did you guys catch his comments at the press conference after their last game?
He's clearly a big picture guy. I mean, it isn't really what he's done, but what the team has done. It's all about wins. With
Also,
this kid, and you have
I'm
to
pretty
respect
sure they're
that.
going to get rid
He's a
of
competitor,
George
no doubt
Hill.
about that. I mean, he doesn't go out and try to make friends or make highlights. He just comes in with one agenda.
I don't know
And that's
why,
just to
but
win the basketball game every night.
And for Vogel, an assistant for 10 years in the NBA, and when a coaching
probably
turnover
will.
moved him into the interim head coaching position
Almost
in
lost the ball there.
2011, Steve, he grabbed the reins and
See, he never shoots it when I pass it to
The
him.
results speak for themselves. And the team's
always tries to-
responded
always tries to post up,
Organization has
but
shown its faith in Coach
he never makes
Vogel,
none of those
giving him an
shots.
extension, and he led that club to a deep playoff run a year ago, one game from the finals.
Right now, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Rick Adelman. Doris?
They'll be up against one of the true giants of the league in Roy Hibbert, and he talked about how impressed he is with Hibbert's dedication to improving his game, saying he's gotten better year after year, and now is one of the guys you have to account for really at both ends of the floor. Defensively,
Obviously,
you've got
this
to
dude
get
was
low
giving
and
it to
try
me
root
this
him out of
game.
the paint. And then on offense, we'll probably look to put him in pick and rolls to test his mobility. Seems like a smart
Oh, God,
strategy,
double
guys.
team.
We'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris. Here is Brewer. Following the basket by George Hill.
This is some crazy defense they're playing.
Outside, George. Now the dish to Copeland. And the three ball is good. Copeland's got his first 3
I
points
mean, they
of the game.
spread the floor so
That's
much.
like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Well, guys, for the Pacers, it's been a slow and long climb from the Malice at the Palace back in 04. But now with
Got
a
a big man
terrific
can
young
make
team
mid-range.
fresh off a strong showing in the Eastern
Small forward
Conference
can make
Finals, we can
three-pointers.
finally say the Pacers are back, and they're going to be around for a while contending for championships.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The shot's good for McKnight. 50% from deep so far tonight.
Come on, Brewer, make that.
Brewer with the ball.
Why don't
George
you even
picks him
shoot
up.
it when I pass it
Brewer
to you?
kicks to Martin.
And Kevin, when I pass it to Kevin, he shoots it right away.
Here's
Oh, great, double
Coolhands,
team.
defended by Copeland.
And it's a
Paul
turnover.
George with
Great.
the steal. Rest outside. Dishes to Hill. And it's
Oh,
blocked by
look at Brewer with the defense.
Here's Coolhands.
Come on,
defended
make it,
by
man.
Copeland. Outside, Martin. He passes it to McKnight.
What is
Takes the
this?
lead
Come
pass.
on, guys.
Brewer dishes to Love.
I want y'all to make the shots, not me.
Pacers with the rebound.
Well, at least
Coming
not
off
now.
that win against Philadelphia.
And I thought, guys, they were.
Rim is shaking. Just floating.
Yeah, I don't want
to
any
the
part of
rim.
that. I don't want any part of that. I don't want him dunking on me.
He gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about about the hang time? That's impressive.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things
I
are
say
going
Paul
out
George had a
in the
great
early
season
You look
last
at
year.
Miami. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Indiana. Right at second place.
Looking at Indiana,
Sorry, my phone was ringing.
they've been off to a great start. I mean, they've stacked up the wins here in the early going, and the momentum is very positive as they move forward.
And no surprise there, Clark. We knew they were going to be a team to watch, and they've absolutely shown it here with the way they've played.
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Rockets.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, you know, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
I think the Pacers will
They
win
really look tired to me.
the championship.
I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
I think they will make it to the finals.
Paul George making
I already know they got to go past the Heat,
McKnight, the pass to Martin. Here's
which they took the Heat to 7 games. Also, the Bulls took the Heat to 7 games. And then the Spurs.
And George kicks to Hill. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, George Hill, one of those unique stories playing
The
with
thing
his
is, they had to
hometown
play
Indiana Pacers. He's
the
a
Bulls
native
before
of
they played the
Indianapolis.
Spurs.
Broad Ripple High School, was drafted by the Spurs, played in their system for 3 years out in San Antonio, and was acquired by the Pacers in a draft day trade back in 2011, and it's worked out well for both teams.
And also about the Bulls, I don't know if they're going to really
It's Indiana's ball.
make it to the playoffs.
They're on a
They
15-5
really have
run.
no bench no more.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade.
Like, there's
to
nobody
see
on the
who's
bench
on
who
the
could-
floor.
who
All
can,
fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second
Who would
quarter.
make points right off the bat, like when the team needs it.
Watson out there with Lance Stevenson. Then
I mean,
there's
before it
David
was
Reese.
Nate
Then
Robinson.
there's Hill, and it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And prior to last season, the Pacers signing George Hill.
I don't know how I missed that.
5-year, $40 million.
But at least
extension.
D Rose
He's a
is
good
coming
player,
back.
A really good combo guard, can shoot it well from distance.
Which I
run
know
a
they
team. Maybe not
need
a
him.
traditional point guard, but somebody who can help you win. I think he's a good move for the Pacers.
Pass to Barea. Deflected. Stolen by Stevenson.
I ain't going to be able to keep up with him. Oh, I got it.
By McKnight. And out
My
of
block
bounds
is
as the
done.
Timberwolves gain possession. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Derek Williams. Timberwolves trailed by 3. Pekovic with a screen. Back to Love. The pass to Barea. Love outside. Buttinger. Can't tie it up as that one misses. George dishes to Stevenson. The shot is off. Some solid defense from
I just wish these guys were more of like catch and shoot.
Barea off the pick from Pekovic. Barea the pass
Like
to
how
Love.
Kevin Martin
Feeds it
is.
to Buttinger. Back to Love.
Because Kevin Martin got catch and
Kicks it
shoot
to
and corner
Buttinger.
specialist.
Timberwolves passing it around. That ties it up. Barea's got 6.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Watson kicks to George. The feather touch on the finger roll.
Yeah, we ain't stopping nobody.
9 points in the game so far.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Paul George, man.
Now Barea. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Rockets in Houston. It's a pick by Love. McKnight the pass to Buttinger. 6 on the shot clock. And Pekovic backs down. Puts up the baby hook. Barea with it. Now defended by Watson. That puts them in the lead. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up. You know, the Wolves
So
were
glad I
just
made that.
decimated by injuries last year, and it really They put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fracture.
I just wanted to see how many points my team have.
Not able to
each
find
of them,
here in the second.
but
He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one.
I can see
early.
I'm like the one that's scoring
And while we have a chance here,
a good amount, but everybody else.
The most shots this season. The Pacers 4th.
Talking about block shots, you want block shots? Talk to these guys. They've done a terrific job this year in that category. Outstanding.
Barea off the pick from Pekovic. Pass to McKnight. It's hauled in by Watson. Watson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And with the Wolves last
should probably
year,
start looking
Rubio
for my
came
teammates
back and
now.
helped them turn things around a bit, but Kevin Love would end up playing very few games for him, Steve, and they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Now, Love's injury, I think, just devastated this team, and Rubio, of course, coming off that ACL, he eventually made it back, but
Pass to Martin. Here's Cool Hands. He's guarded by Johnson.
Let's give Kevin Martin a shot.
Here's Cool Hands. 14 points for him. Back to Martin. There's the triple.
Got that.
Hill pulls it in.
Come on,
Boy,
man.
You know he missed. You can't give up that kind of
Gotta
a look
make
very
that
often.
shot.
yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
He dishes it to Mahinmi. It's back to Hill. 6 to shoot. The shot is off. And Minnesota now the other way. This game against Indiana, the first time they've
And they
met
turn
this
it
year.
over.
And these interconference matchups are important, Kevin. You only see the club twice all season, and it feels a little different. You want to go out and really put on a good performance.
Oh shit! I made him fall.
Averaging 19
He fell.
points per contest. And that one's good. Pekovic.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Pacers leading by 3. Steve was talking about Clark just moments ago about not playing each other often because they're in different conferences.
Can't believe this dude
Would
fell.
you say that affects the way a game will play out?
Most definitely, Kevin. I mean, when it's an opponent you see so little of, there's always a feeling out process, and I'm sure that'll be the case today for both teams.
Fires from 14.
Yeah, block that. Over here, man. Over
Now,
here.
Here's Brewer, defended by Copeland. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Corey Brewer, guys, was part of those back-to-back NCAA championships with those teams in Florida in 2006 and 7. A long, wiry 6'9" perimeter defender who's also improved offensively.
And going back to Brewer, the thin man, 6'9", about 190 pounds.
Yeah, Kevin, he can struggle a little bit against stronger players, but he's really kind of found his niche on the perimeter. Kind of a guy who can guard multiple perimeter players, and then he's a blur in transition. Offense to defense, that's kind of what he
See how
does.
this
This
play
is a guy
works.
playing with a reconstructed knee as well. And Muhammad gets it to go.
He's a natural scorer with three-point range. Muhammad is really good with his feet set as a spot-up shooter, but he can also slash to the rim and finish.
And the mindset he brings is a scorer's mentality, Steve. Some would say he gets a little myopic and has tunnel vision, but when he
I don't know
heats
why.
up, he's
but
on fire and tough to stop.
West. Good D by Love. Timberwolves
I
trail.
think they-
They'll host the Denver Nuggets.
think the
after
Wolves
this
could
one. That game
use
will
somebody
be a quick
else.
stop before hitting the road again. And Muhammad throws it down. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Yeah, and as many times as you see it, Clark, you never like to see a player have to come out of the game with an injury.
Especially when it's your own teammate. But the other guys just have to step up in the meantime to make up for his absence. Next guy up is what we say.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Budinger comes in from a hot.
Who is it though? Who got injured? Wait, who? Oh,
And
it's Granger.
Alexei Shved in for Corey Brewer. On the wing, Johnson. defended by Shved. Watson kicks to Granger. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
I thought he was
6 points
injured.
for Danny Granger.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Budinger with it. George picks him up.
Or it might be Kevin
Forward
Martin.
on the double team. Budinger, the pass to Pekovic.
He
Shved.
could have passed it over here to me. I was open.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy
Man,
baskets.
Kevin Martin, he was already out for a
More
while.
energy in the post, maybe some
He's out for about
double
like
teaming.
2
They've gotta
weeks.
Get their defense in gear.
And he came back, and if he's injured already,
It'll count. And that's not going to go. Second quarter ends in a tight one.
if he's injured already,
It's
then
the Pacers.
this is bad.
Presented by Sprint.
He injury prone.
Halftime in the Hoosiers. The Sprint Halftime Report. Presented by Sprint.
I'm hoping he can come back into the game.
And he's going up against Love. It counts, and the foul. That one on Love.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
They showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a
They
way to
is
get that
killing
shot
us, man.
Yeah, he always gives the fans a temporary souvenir, it seems like, blocking two
I
or
mean,
three
I already had
shots
a feeling
into
we
the
wasn't gonna
10th
win this,
row.
but
Of course, you got to give the ball back, so very temporary souvenir.
We're going to have to change that because in baseball, when they knock those foul balls, they don't go check
can
them.
keep
you know?
them, that's
Yeah,
right.
same with the NFL. If the ball happens to get by the net, you can keep the ball.
That, right. Well, we need to change that.
can't
in
get past
basketball.
this guy.
And Steve, he's also the player they rally around at the defensive end. I mean, they cause some real havoc when he's out there running the show defensively.
Gets it to go.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was
Trying
all
to give my
alone
team
for
a
that
boost.
shot. It was a warm-up jumper. So it's natural to worry about how
21
Rubio
points.
would be able to play after tearing his ACL. But
But
you know, he
21
came
points
back
ain't
last
really
season
nothing.
and showed he still could create space and drop that perfect pass to a teammate. Boy,
No.
he's fun to watch. He's a real magician with the basketball.
Oh,
no
because I
one.
bothered him.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Outside for Martin. That's good. It's Rubio with the
Okay,
assist.
good. Martin's back in the game.
Rubio's got his 6th assist on the night.
I give him credit. He didn't have much confidence going in the first half, but he's picking up the pace here.
Because Martin's
You
out with
talk
like
about the
a
impressive recovery
sprained
of,
wrist.
Ricky
He's out for
Rubio
like
from
2
knee
weeks.
injury. Steve came back better than ever.
Yeah, well, being young helps for sure. The recovery period happens a little quicker, but I think it also showed his great work ethic. He really attacked his rehab, and that bodes well for his future development of his game also.
Indiana making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. And it's Watson in for George Hill. McKnight, the pass to Budinger. They get it back.
Come on,
Dishes
man.
to
You
Martin.
gotta make those.
Passes to McKnight.
Gotta make those shots. Let's see what I can do.
There's the pass to
Oh,
Love.
shit.
Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota too open that time. Made it look too easy.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeout.
Gotta double him.
Here's Hill.
Come on,
He
gotta steal the
bounces
ball.
right there.
Oh, pass it over
He
here.
kicks it to Hibbert. Back to West. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, hey, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
And here's Love for 3.
Oh, now you want to shoot
And
it.
again, Minnesota with the triple.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're
Yeah, that's
finding
in.
the holes in this defense.
Oh, he misses it.
Here's Hill. And David West gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, good. It's our ball.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Feeds it to Love. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Shoots from the right block. Out of bounds.
Oh, look at
Indiana takes
this.
possession.
Look at that. You can't do a hook shot from all the way out there and expect to
139
make
left in the
it.
game. And George, here we go. And it's good. Caught through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free
He
throw
can't
line.
miss. He can't miss.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Come on, Love.
And again, it's
Yes.
Minnesota converting.
Tell you what, he's enjoying.
Why don't you
a
do this
very
every
good day
game?
Shooting the ball so far, he can bring them right back into this.
Why don't you do this every game? When I pass it to you, shoot it.
The finger roll finish at the
Because
bucket.
you're always open.
George has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Love. The shot will not go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. It's George on the wing, covered by
Yeah, I
Martin.
think. Yeah, they won this. There's no way.
Outside,
There's no way we're
George.
catching up.
Shot clock at 6. Hill dishes to Copeland. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Fade away. Kept alive by Indiana. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George passes to Hill. Back to George. He passes to Hibbert. Goes back up. Some solid defense from Pekovic. Brewer with the ball.
Brewer, pass it to me.
The tray. The shot no good.
Yeah, that's over.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were
They too
full
good.
throttle from the start.
And
I could already tell we was not going to win. We was not going to win this game at all. I mean, I played good, but still. It just wasn't enough.
Well, you finished with 30 points. Scoring did not seem like a problem for you out there. Were you looking to carry the team offensively?
I tried.
At this level, you can't really look to carry a team offensively. It's just something that happens naturally, if it happens at all. It's a team sport, and you need everyone to be working together to get anything done. And offensively, that worked our way. I know I could have done more on the other side of the floor, though, and I'll make sure to do that next time. I don't want a loss like this to become a habit.